Welcome to the San Clemente Podcast, the only local podcast in the best beach town in the world. We're here to bring you weekly episodes highlighting everything from sports, culture, entertainment, politics, and everything else this beach town has to offer. Welcome back to the San Clemente Podcast. Brian De La Puente and I are back. Internal podcast, summertime 2026. You can feel it in the air.
Yeah.
You see it at the beaches. You go out on Del Mar and you see the crowds. What a time of year.
It is. It's great. I mean, it's like they flipped a switch. School gets out and it's packed. The beaches are packed. I'm sure the lifeguards hate it because the waves are huge right now.
Did you see the wedge this morning?
I want to take the kids up there.
Me too. It was so nostalgic. I pulled up. It was like a YouTube live and it was firing and huge. I'm like, oh,
I think I haven't been down there. I just got off work, but I think it's as big as it gets.
Huge.
Thank you, lifeguards, for looking out for all this. So tourists, be careful. Don't go in the water. Listen to what the instructions are and all that good stuff. Cause I know there's a lot of water moving and, it's been, I don't like the big waves. I like enough push for me, like I need a little bit of push.
You don't want 25-foot wedge. But you see how many people are out there. They are absolutely nuts.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's friggin' wild. But no, summer is here. Summer is here. I love summer in town. It's my favorite time of the year. There's so many. The city does such a good job. There's so many fun events. I mean, we have all the beach concerts. We've got the trolley running all through town. We've got the Ocean Festival. The Fiesta,
everything we talk
4th
about,
of July,
everything we talk about San Clemente being the absolute best place in the world to live is what's in front of us in the months that we have today and what's ahead.
Sure.
This is it right here.
It's my favorite. What's your favorite, of those things? What is your favorite?
Probably the 4th of July. The 4th of July, it's just like great form. You're in the middle of summer. You've got all the different things happening. I'm a 4th of July guy. We always start with the parade down by Los Wens.
Mm-hmm. We steer clear of the office chair races.
Very clear. Don't go anywhere near that. Do they still allow it? I think they took it away and they brought it back and somehow it got worse.
Just with the water balloons. I remember a guy at work was walking down to the pier and parked on the wrong street and ended up just getting bombarded by water. So I like it. I think it's fun, but you can't have it get
too wild. No, you can't take a water balloon filled with water frozen to a windshield or to your head for that matter too.
Kill somebody.
So we usually hang out in the community, do the parade. Last year we did something different. We went down to, is it Linda Lane? Yeah. I think it's Linda Lane where they've got the huge slide, tons of food trucks. And again, it's, there's nothing like it.
Did you stay down there until the fireworks?
No, we stayed for maybe 2 hours.
I always like getting home for the fireworks. I want to be off the streets. I know people have been, drinking all day, and I like to get home.
Especially as we've gotten a little bit older.
What's bitching is we go up at Old Ole Hansen, up at the upper campus.
Yeah.
We go out with beach chairs, and it's like a perfect orientation right over the pier. Can walk home.
Is this just you and your family that do that?
Just the neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
Just the neighborhood. We have friends that live down by Los Wens, and we've done their balcony, but then it's always a trip getting home. My parents' house, but I kind of like the sweet spot of being home, being able to be in my bed at 9:30.
Well, summer's back, 4th of July right around the corner, a couple weeks away. Yeah. Blink an eye, and it's going to be here.
Yeah, the Fiesta is awesome. You got the salsa contest. You got all the fun music down there on Del Mar. I know it gets a little rowdy in the afternoons, but it's super fun for the kids early in the day with all the slip and slides and the bounce houses and all the good stuff on the west side of the 200 block of Del Mar.
Yep.
It's just the city does such a good job. There's so many fun activities, like summer concerts. I know they've got a great lineup this summer. Go down there with your beach chair.
Do you know last year was the first year I actually went to a summer concert?
Dude, they're so
And
fun.
I was thinking to myself, what have you been doing? Throw your beach chair on, go down to the pier, listen to reggae music or whoever's playing that night. It is so much fun.
Yeah. Especially the end of July when it's those sunsets and it's idyllic. Those are my favorites. I really enjoy those. Ocean Fest is fun with all the competitions, and I remember growing up seeing the hovercrafts come in.
Yep.
It's just San Clemente really flexes during these few months, and it's fun to be out there and be active, and it's all family oriented.
Yep.
You know? So it's
And San Clemente is doing a better and better job every year at curating how to put these events together and how to put them on. So if you're new to town, if you're old to town, make sure you check out the summer series.
Yes. They start July 9th. They kick it off down at the pier with Wigs and Ties, which is a super fun guys we went to high school with. And they have a fun show. So it's going to go through the rest of summer. Make sure to go check it out, and bring your beach chair, a couple cocktails.
Which I think you're allowed to bring cocktails down there. I don't know if it's kind of
keep it on the
down.
DL, but it's not frowned upon.
It's not frowned upon, but just be smart about it.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Yeah, pack a beer or two, or a seltzer, or NA. A lot of people are drinking NAs now, and you can't blame them for it. Yeah. I like waking up feeling great.
For sure.
Dirty sodas. I'm like, you know what? I might just get hyped up on caffeine tonight. Ain't nothing wrong with that, DLP.
No, it's not.
So a lot of those things, they've been going on in San Clemente for as long as we've been here, years and years and years. At the same time and in the same breath, there's a lot of new things happening.
For sure.
And new places popping up in and around town.
Well, let's talk about it. I'm excited about it. I know you've been putting in work the last 5 years getting this thing off the ground. Salty Turf is opening this weekend.
It's opening this weekend, June 13th.
Dude,
2026. You just made my palms sweat when you said that. I'm like,
but it's exciting. We were talking about earlier, like it's a long time coming.
Yes.
I know everybody that I talk to is fired up about it. But I know we're going tonight.
Yep.
We're going and doing a little soft opening and get to play and kind of experience it, which I'm very excited about. What are you most excited about?
You're right. It is exciting, and it has been a long time coming. And I know we've been talking about it for probably 4 or 5 years, working our tookies off to bring this thing to life. I think watching the community get behind it and support it, and even over the last few nights as we've done soft openings, seeing people out on the course, laughing off screens, having a good time, and just bringing the community together is one of the things that I think makes our community so special. Is that we have that deep bond of people that love to be outdoors. And like we talk about it all the time, we've got the beach, and don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. We love going to the beach, but the lack of things for people to do is crazy. So to be able to bring something to San Clemente for kids, adults, and every demographic is one of the things I think.
And was that something you guys had like as a pillar of your mission, your goal, your mission statement was to provide that?
Yep, absolutely. And the city of San Clemente, they backed it and supported it because they want to see the community thrive. They want to see people outdoors, and they want to see families coming out and spending time together.
I'm excited to go check it out tonight. What is your favorite hole?
It's a tough question. I've thought a lot about it. First, there's 2 courses.
Okay.
There's a adventure course, which is a true San Clemente hyper-local nod to every cornerstone in and around town.
The pier.
We've got the Trestles train tracks. We've got waves. We've got the pier. We've got a military hole that's really, really fun. On that side of the course, I would probably say the trestle side that you putt into water for a hole-in-one is so much fun.
Is it hard?
That side, some holes are hard. Well, you've got a scorecard. You're going to have to tell me after tonight. Okay. On the other side, it's called lowers. It's the pro side. And again, we name that because we're like, we want this to be 14 and older. It's tough golfing. That side is hard. Okay. That side is really, really hard. Sweet. And on that side of the course, the hole that's my favorite would probably be the church pews at Oakmont. And you'll see it tonight. It is beautiful.
Sweet. That's awesome.
So very exciting to be launching that and bringing that to the community. Great timing.
You can book on it now?
You can book online. You can go to saltyturf.com, go on our Instagram, follow us, and you can book tee times online, or you can walk up. Walk-ups are welcome too.
Sweet. That'll be awesome. No, that's very exciting. I know that another big thing in town is Miramar food hall opening up. It looks beautiful. I hope it's great. I have not talked. I don't know. Do you know any more about that? I don't know the people involved. Can you speak on that a little bit more?
I heard it's opening this summer. It's something that we should follow up on for sure. But I think it'll do good. I think they are maybe a year or two early for that side of town developing, but that gives them time to grow into it and grow with that side of town as well. Yeah. But that's exciting as well.
Yeah, I hope it's got. I really, being a foodie, I hope it's got some.
I can't imagine. I cannot imagine.
I can't. I mean, I can't either.
It's going to do great.
Yeah, they got all the parking. It's the entrance to the north end of town.
Yep.
It has been an eyesore for years. And I'm glad that they preserved some of the history. It looks similar, and I think it probably in its heyday, it looks very similar to what it would have been. Talking to people like Hamro who used to go see movies there, I think that some of the people that have truly grown up and seen the town change are stoked that it looks. Who knows what it is inside? I have not walked through it, but it looked from the outside, it looks like kind of like a throwback.
Yep.
Which is bitching.
For sure. So we're talking about a lot of new things coming to town.
Yeah.
With that, unfortunately, we see a lot of things that have spent their life here in San Clemente kind of making their way out also. So
I think it can be polarizing, that conversation.
Why is that though? Why is it the perception of the growth? Is it the affordability?
To be honest,
what is it?
I think it's that San Clemente is so rooted in surf culture that like your mentality is to like locals only, bro, like puff up and like get lost. But secret's out. Change is happening. It's not a surf break. It's a town that is growing. How are we going to grow? I think that's the appropriate approach. Change is happening. Do we want the change? Let's have our voice be heard in the change. I think that's the best approach. Because you have, the Newports, you have the Dana Point Harbor that's going in that they're sinking a ton of money into that. I'm worried that there is going to be some overflow of that infrastructure that's going to come down here, good and bad. I don't know how that's
to be seen. We don't know yet, right? No. I think it's not an experience or an experiment, but it is something that we're just going to have to see how it unfolds and how it plays out.
For sure. And I think,
but to your point, get involved, right? If you are against it, if you're for it, you can show up. You can voice your concerns at any city council meeting. If you want to make a change, if you want to be involved, anything, you can do it. Show up. Don't just go online.
And if there is a topic that, like I just dropped my little guy, he was going to hang out with my mom, and I said, "Hey mom, is there anything you want us to talk about today?" Let us know. Hit us up on social media. Hit us up on Instagram. Comment. And I feel like we're doing a pretty good job of interacting.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about it.
Of course.
Because that is what's important, is that your people are heard and that both sides are represented.
Yep.
We don't have all the answers.
No.
And I think that the growth and the pace is also important. We can't grow too fast because then you'll lose sight of what San Clemente is and what makes it special. And I hope that we can have some sort of influence on that growth.
Absolutely. And I don't think San Clemente allows growth too fast. It may look from the outside and the perception that you wake up one day and there's a new restaurant or a new project. But
talk to the builders.
Exactly. But Salty Turf, that's a 5-year project, right? So anybody that thinks that it's happening overnight, it's not.
Right.
It's going to take a lot of time. And to your point,
you can get active.
And you can get active. Absolutely. Yeah. There's no shortage of things to do. There's no shortage of people to talk to. Yeah. There's tons of groups, tons of communities, tons of people talking. So again, pro-growth, anti-growth, pro-growth, but want it in a certain way. Start, voicing your concern or voicing your opinion.
Yeah, I think it's happening. It's obviously happening, right?
Like it or not, it's going to happen. Now, how it happens.
Here's something. This is something I worry about, like having kids. Are my kids going to be able to afford to live here? Like, with this growth, does it price everybody out? Because San Clemente has a blue collar undertone, and like when we moved down here in the 90s, my dad's a fireman, and we moved an hour away from where he worked. And there's a lot of firemen. There's a lot of blue collar people that kind of made this town. And I think that's the foundation of San Clemente. But in the last 10, 15, 20 years, I think the demographic has changed.
Yes. And I think that's what people are probably the most turned off about,
Right.
is exactly what you just said.
Are our kids going to be able to live
Are
here?
our kids going to be able to live here? Are they going to be able to afford it? Could your dad in today's market and environment as a firefighter afford to buy a house, raise a family, have his kids grow up? Like, could that same scenario happen today? And that we don't have the answer to.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Not
I don't
the
think
fireman.
can a firefighter and a teacher can, on a double salary.
You'll be working a bunch of overtime and
So
never
I have
be
a
home
huge
to
heart for.
spend-
Can we afford it? It's hard. I mean, it is. There is no doubt that price. You look at gas prices, you look at grocery prices, you look at the
But is
prices
that
of sports.
okay? Defending that,
Mm-hmm.
is that happening everywhere? Hey, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm moving to Dallas, or I'm moving to
Tennessee.
Oh, yeah, Tennessee.
Tennessee Bill.
I'm going to or I'm going to Boise. It's not cheap up there anymore.
No, it's not.
So it's like,
That's a great point.
Are you trading the $1 million house here for the $1 million house in Dallas or Tennessee? I don't know. So do we focus on just this little niche or this little micro bubble, or is it just happening everywhere?
It's happening everywhere.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I think we can talk about not affording to live here, but I think it's expensive to live
It
everywhere.
is, no matter where you go. And is it going to continue at the trajectory that we're on today of just going up and up and up? Don't forget, I've lived through the 2008 financial crisis. I've lived through, you have too.
Sure.
All of that, COVID, that
Yeah.
was really, really tough. So there's been a lot of times where markets have corrected themselves or crashed. I don't use that term crashed lightly, and we hope to not see that in the same breath. Does something have to happen to
Kind of correct itself.
to penetrate what's happening and correct itself and come back down? The one thing in a lot of this, we can't control, right? Any of this. How can we control the prices at the pump or what you spend at the grocery store? You can't.
No.
So what you can control is your attitude, what you do every day when you wake up, the time you get to spend with your kids, that you can control. And I think you and I and Ryan too, we've got optimistic, positive attitudes. So we just try to do our best.
Just go spend your time at Salty Turf.
Yeah.
Right?
Just go hang out at Salty
Just go
Turf.
make a couple hole-in-ones and everything.
And
will
guess
be
what?
better.
At the end of the day, and someone told me this a while back, you're going to run out of time before you run out of money.
Yeah.
No matter what. As much as it may feel like your money's out and your bank account's dry, which it may be, you still find a way to survive.
Right.
And I tell Trisha this all the time. I'm like, you know what? I would rather live in a small 1-bedroom shack on the beach in this culture than moving to, God love Tennessee Bill, but I love San Clemente. I just want to be near the ocean.
Sure.
I want to smell the salt water, be near. It's something I would be willing to sacrifice to live here in San Clemente.
Sure. For sure.
And I think a lot of
agree.
people share that same way of thinking and that same mindset. There's a way to get by.
Yes, I agree.
And there's things to do. We talk about side hustles. We talk about work. We have technology at our fingertips right now. You don't need to just have one job now, right? You do multiple things. I
Sure.
do multiple things. You can hustle and you can make it work.
Yeah.
But
Grind.
dang, it's a grind.
Yeah.
And dang, kids are expensive.
Yeah.
I
Especially as they
don't,
get older, dude. Like more stuff. Like more. Dad, I need 2 doubles. Like, bro, come on, dude. You're just trying to show off in front of the girls now. Like, it's not that cool to eat that much. Trust me.
no,
That's why I tell him. I said, you're not gonna be a receiver, bro. You're gonna be a lineman pretty soon here.
No, it's true. And I thought we spent a lot of money on diapers and in the baby phase and
Strollers
and strollers
and all that
and car seats and all of that and formula. But you're right. They just got more expensive.
Yeah.
Little kid problems turned into big kid problems.
I know.
Little kid expenses turned into big kid expenses. But again, it is what it is. We all have our health, God willing.
Sure.
We get to wake up and live in this community. We get to do what we love with the people we love. So I think in the big picture of it, we're very, very lucky.
What does summer look like for you guys?
We've got some sports. We've got my niece's graduation up at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo in about a week or so. And then for the most part, again, I feel like we're on vacation most of the time.
That's what we were talking, Ryan and I were talking about earlier.
I feel like we don't need to go anywhere. Why are you going to spend money to go somewhere that may not be as nice as where you're at today?
Well, and just go do some of the stuff in town.
Yeah.
If you're feeling like you're kind of like in a rut and you're like, you see Instagram people on, they're in Cabo or they're whatever, going to Hawaii. Put your Tommy Bahama chair on your back and get down to the beach concert.
Yep.
And you will transport yourself to some fairy tale
beautiful island in the South Pacific or down on the East Cape.
I mean? Just get out there, enjoy it. We are very lucky that we get to live here, and the city does a great job of providing some really cool stuff to go do.
It's very easy to get caught up on Instagram looking at other people and how they're traveling and what they're doing, and to not have a little envy. And it's so important just to put the perspective on in terms of just be happy for them. And that's awesome that they get to do that.
Yes.
And put your beach chair on and go to the beach.
Dude, get wet.
Get wet.
Get your feet in the sand.
You will be very happy here in San Clemente.
For sure.
You don't need to go anywhere.
For sure.
You really don't. So yeah, a lot of fun things happening, a lot of good things to get behind. We're going to continue to podcast. I love our internal podcast though.
I do too.
They're excellent. They're just fun.
They're easy. They're fun.
They're easy.
You know what would be fun is to incorporate like a little bit of like a engagement, like a fan engagement. If we could have like pick one question, or I don't know, we could have some sort of a segment or a part where we, kind of rip off 5 questions that we had or want to talk about. So to everybody, if you do have a question, let's do that on our next one. Let's have a piece where we are answering some straight from our Instagram.
Yep.
I think that'd be fun.
Yep, absolutely. And even incorporating maybe a live show one time where we're taking people's questions as they're coming in would be great too. But you're right. Yeah.
I don't even know how to do that. How do you,
I don't think
put them on a conference call, or I don't even know.
Do we need to know how to do it, or we just do right?
Yeah. All right.
Turi. No, but that's it. A lot of fun things happening. A lot of great things to do. Best time of year in San Clemente. You feel it. Step outside today. The weather is beautiful. The water's warming up, and couldn't be more grateful to be living here in San Clemente, right? So it's 2036 in San Clemente right now. Take a second, close your eyes, and just imagine what San Clemente looks like in 2036.
Okay. I kind of think the vibe is very similar. I think there's been a lot of development in 10 years. I think everything from maybe Elia to the Miramar Food Hall and everything in between is kind of like a strip. It's maybe like Del Mar plus.
And it's kind of developed similar to,
you have the Petrol Club. You have a lot of stuff already kind of happening. Not just restaurants, but like stores,
mixed use, retail.
And then I think that kind of permeates down into the surf ghetto. And I think the surf ghetto remains funky and cool. And like the hub of surfing, you have all these epic shapers that keep it funky, that are producing surfboards for the world, right? You have the Lost, the Timmy Pattersons. You have these guys you see them on the WSL, you see all the pros riding them, and this is where they're all made. I think that stays. I think there's people in town that are trying to preserve that, which I think is important. But it really comes down to preserving the culture, growing within the culture. I think that's, if you kind of keep it in those parameters, I think it'll be great. That whole zone will be walkable, rideable. That's how I think will be in 10 years. Lots of golf carts, lots of e-bikes. Maybe the actual flow of traffic will be different because there's a couple intersections that are just screwed, in my opinion. I think, that Valero corner is out of whack, like with El Camino and the 7-Eleven and all that stuff is just a cluster most of the time. But I see that maybe flow patterns are different, but that's going to be a very walkable, rideable zone, which is going to be sweet.
I think it's important, and people look to us as pillars in the community to maintain the culture that exists today, to keep what's here and to make sure that we grow and evolve with it. And Buena Forchetta, I think, is a great example of what can be a restaurant with residential on top, and you mix in some mixed use and retail, because you have to continue to develop housing. Right. Otherwise, people will get priced out.
That's a great point.
But if you maintain that North Beach area of the surf culture and you continue to develop good,
do you see like big apartment complexes?
I kind of see what's on South El Camino Real, where the old bike shop used to be. You've got Primo Taco, and then next to that, you've got four units next to each other. And a lot of people living in there absolutely love them.
Gotcha. Okay.
And both to the south and to the north of Primo, you had some great development. Right. And so there's a lot of opportunity up and down all of El Camino Real for that, where you have the mixed use. And so I think if that's developed responsibly, and if that's developed with a thoughtful mind of keeping the culture at the forefront. And again, it's why we're doing what we are. We want to make sure that San Clemente retains and keeps this small town vibe and feel. And we want to try to keep costs affordable. We don't have a ton of say in it, but obviously if we can get involved with a project that helps provide more housing at an affordable cost, I mean, we'll do it.
Right. Yeah.
So I think close your eyes, and in 2036, and if San Clemente is what we just talked about, I think we can look back and be proud of what we've done and how we contributed.
Yeah, I think you nailed it.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Brian.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're so welcome, kind sir. But you look up and down, again, walk South El Camino Real,
Rite Aid gonna be?
What is right? That could be an amazing, thoughtfully curated apartment complex, dude. It should be. There are some great little housing projects down where we live on the south end of town by the Trestles district, and that needs to be replicated, duplicated all up and down the El Camino. There's more traffic
with like Rite Aid, with that bank, with like some of the stuff down as you go down north. Mm-hmm. Like, what could be cool there? I don't know. Like, you talk about places to go. I don't know. I don't know if it's sustainable. There's a lot of questions, do we have the population to support those kind of things? I don't know.
I do think we need that housing piece to it. We talk a lot about the projects and the restaurants and the retail, the mixed use, the Buena Forchetta.
The hard part for a lot of the restaurants and businesses in town are having the people to work it. That's what Charbel talked about. Was one of his biggest fears was staffing. Like, Salty Turf, have you had challenges staffing it?
No.
So there is work. I think there is a lot of young high school, college kids that are looking for jobs.
And maybe it'll be different post summer when a lot of the kids go off to college. Yeah, it may be seasonal. Time will tell. Make sure you make sure you subscribe, and Brian will say the last one. Make sure you
share.
You got it. Yes. Even after 48 hours on the clock to fight fires.
Subscribe, and share.
Absolutely. Very important to continue to support this channel, this podcast, what we have going here. We appreciate it.
Right on.